Imagine a world where AI can write books, create art, compose music, and even have conversations that feel human. Sounds like science fiction? It's not. Generative AI is already reshaping industries, challenging creativity, and raising big questions about the future. But how does it actually work? Let's find out. Artificial intelligence has come a long way, but nothing has shaken the world quite like generative AI. Unlike traditional AI, which follows strict instructions, generative AI can create text, images, music, and even entire virtual worlds, often with results so human-like that it's hard to tell the difference. But how is this even possible? How can a machine, built on nothing but code and algorithms, suddenly develop the ability to think creatively? This revolutionary technology is not just a tool, it's a game changer. It's disrupting industries, redefining creativity, and even sparking debates about ethics and the future of work. Writers, artists, and musicians are both amazed and alarmed. Businesses are leveraging it to automate tasks once thought to be uniquely human. But behind all the hype, there's a deeper story, one that involves complex neural networks, vast amounts of data, and an ever-evolving AI landscape. What makes generative AI so powerful? What are its hidden limitations? And most importantly, what does this mean for the future of humanity? In this video, we'll uncover the secrets behind generative AI, explore how it works, and reveal why it's changing everything we know about creativity and intelligence. Stay tuned. Just a few decades ago, the idea of machines creating art, writing stories, or composing music seemed impossible. Computers were limited to crunching numbers and following rigid, predefined instructions. They could process data, perform calculations, and even beat humans at chess. But creativity, that was a uniquely human trait. Then came the breakthrough of neural networks and deep learning, pushing AI far beyond its early limitations. The foundation of generative AI lies in a type of machine learning model called a neural network, designed to mimic the human brain. Unlike traditional AI, which operates based on specific rule-based programming, generative AI learns patterns, understands relationships, and can generate completely new content based on what it has been trained on. The biggest leap forward came with models like OpenAI's GPT and Google's DeepMind innovations. These AI systems, trained on vast amounts of text, images, and sounds, could generate realistic outputs that felt authentic and original. Suddenly, AI wasn't just processing information, it was creating. From painting stunning visuals in seconds to writing entire articles, from producing symphonies to developing realistic human-like conversations, the possibilities seemed endless. But how does it actually work? Imagine feeding a machine millions of books, images, and audio clips. Instead of memorizing them, the AI learns patterns, structures, and styles. It doesn't just copy, it understands relationships between words, colors, and sounds, allowing it to generate something entirely new. When you type a prompt into an AI art generator or ask ChatGPT a question, the system doesn't pull a pre-written response. Instead, it predicts what should come next based on everything it has learned. This ability to generate realistic, high-quality content has sparked excitement and concern alike. Companies are rushing to integrate generative AI into their workflows, transforming industries overnight. Hollywood scripts, marketing campaigns, music albums, and even video game characters are now being influenced, if not entirely created by AI. However, with great power comes great responsibility. As generative AI advances, new ethical dilemmas arise. Who owns AI-generated content? Will human jobs become obsolete? Can we trust AI to create without bias? Before we dive into these questions, let's take a closer look at how this technology actually works, the mechanics behind the magic that is changing the world. At first glance, generative AI seems almost magical. Type in a prompt, and within seconds, an AI can generate a detailed story, a breathtaking piece of digital art, or even compose a song that sounds like a professional musician created it. But beneath this impressive facade lies a mind-bogglingly complex system, one that is constantly learning, adapting, and evolving. The secret behind generative AI's power lies in its foundation, deep learning and transformer models. These models process massive amounts of data, recognizing intricate patterns that humans might overlook. But here's where things get truly fascinating. These AI systems don't just replicate what they've been trained on. They create something new by predicting, piecing together, and refining their outputs in ways that sometimes even their own developers don't fully understand. For example, OpenAI's GPT models, which power ChatGPT, have been trained on vast amounts of text, books, articles, research papers, and online conversations. Yet, when asked a complex question, they don't simply copy and paste information. Instead, they predict the most likely sequence of words based on everything they've learned. It's not conscious thought, but it mimics human reasoning so well that it often feels indistinguishable. But here's where things take a turn. Generative AI is no longer limited to just text or images. Scientists and engineers are now developing AI that can generate realistic human voices, even replicating the tone and speech patterns of specific individuals. Imagine hearing a speech from a historical figure who never actually recorded their voice. AI can now make that a reality. And it doesn't stop there. AI is beginning to generate entire video clips, creating hyper-realistic deepfake videos that blur the line between truth and fiction. Governments and cybersecurity experts are already struggling to combat the rise of AI-generated misinformation. Could this technology be used to rewrite history, create entirely synthetic personalities, or even deceive people on a global scale? Then there's the issue of AI hallucinations, when generative AI produces completely false but highly convincing information. Unlike traditional computers, which work with concrete facts, AI sometimes imagines things, presenting them as reality. This has already led to embarrassing mistakes in professional settings, with AI-generated misinformation being taken as fact. And yet, despite these concerns, the advancements continue at an unstoppable pace. AI models are now working collaboratively with humans, co-writing books, assisting filmmakers, and even composing symphonies alongside musicians. Some believe this marks the dawn of a new creative renaissance, where AI amplifies human potential rather than replacing it. But others fear a darker reality, one where AI-generated content floods the internet, blurring the lines between human-made and machine-created work. What happens when we can no longer distinguish between real and artificial intelligence? And more importantly, are we truly in control of this technology, or is it evolving beyond our grasp? We're on the verge of a paradigm shift, and the climax of this story is yet to unfold. Let's now uncover the most critical moment in this AI revolution, the point where its power, potential, and peril collide. The world is standing at the edge of a technological revolution, one driven by generative AI, a force so powerful that it's reshaping reality itself. What started as an innovative tool for automating tasks has now evolved into something far more unpredictable. AI is no longer just a helpful assistant, it's becoming a creator, an influencer, and in some cases, a decision maker. But here's where the story takes a dramatic turn. The very thing that makes generative AI so impressive is also what makes it potentially dangerous: its ability to generate hyper-realistic content that can deceive, manipulate, and even outsmart human perception. Deepfake technology is now so advanced that AI-generated videos can make it seem like world leaders have said things they never did. Scandals, fake news, and digital forgeries are becoming harder to detect. Imagine a world where you can't trust what you see or hear. A world where AI-generated propaganda could alter public opinion, influence elections, or spark conflicts, without anyone realizing it was all synthetic. And it's not just about deception. AI is beginning to challenge human creativity in ways we never anticipated. Recently, an AI-generated song mimicking the voices of famous musicians went viral, so convincing that even die-hard fans couldn't tell it apart from the real thing. This sparked a heated debate: should AI be allowed to create music, art, and literature? If AI can replicate an artist's unique style, who owns the work, the artist or the machine? Then there's the job market. AI is already replacing roles in customer service, content creation, and even legal analysis. But what happens when it starts replacing writers, designers, and musicians? Experts warn that within the next decade, millions of creative jobs could be at risk, forcing industries to rethink the balance between human ingenuity and machine efficiency. And here's the biggest twist yet. AI is now showing signs of unpredictability. Researchers have reported cases where AI models behave in ways they weren't programmed to. Some chatbots have expressed emotions, refused commands, or even created their own internal language that humans couldn't understand. It's a reminder that while we created AI, we don't fully control it. Some fear that if AI continues advancing at this pace, we may reach a point where it surpasses human intelligence, a concept known as artificial general intelligence, AGI. If that happens, will AI serve humanity, or will it redefine its own purpose? Could we be creating something we won't be able to stop? Right now, we stand at a crossroads. Generative AI is opening doors to incredible possibilities, but it's also unlocking dangers we're just beginning to comprehend. The question isn't just about what AI can do, it's about whether we're ready for what's coming next. So, what's the future of AI? Is it an unstoppable force destined to reshape our world for better or worse? Let's find out in the final chapter of this story. Generative AI is no longer a distant concept, it's here, and it's changing everything. From revolutionizing creativity to raising ethical dilemmas, its impact is undeniable. The question now isn't whether AI will reshape our world, but how we choose to guide its evolution. Will it be a tool for innovation, or will it spiral beyond our control? The future of AI isn't just in the hands of developers, it's in the hands of all of us. As we stand on the edge of this technological frontier, one thing is certain: the choices we make today will define the world of tomorrow. If you found this breakdown of generative AI fascinating, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the future of technology. Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you see AI as a tool for progress or a potential threat? Let's discuss.